Aloha and welcome back to the HIbiscus Ohana's kitchen. Today we are making a local favorite called Hamburger Steak. It's a little similar to Salisbury steak, except we're using just a plain hamburger patty instead of a Salisbury steak patty, which can be more like a meatloaf and have egg and breadcrumbs in it. This is just a straight hamburger patty. So come along with me, watch, and tell us what you think. So I'm just going to go over the ingredients first, starting here on my right. I got my potatoes peeled, and we're going to cut it into French fries. Here I have I'm using frozen beef patties for my hamburgers. I got avocado oil for frying my French fries. To season my hamburgers, I'm going to use Montreal seasoning. We're going to use some butter for our gravy, as well as better than bouillon beef to flavor our gravy. I have cornstarch here to thicken it just in case we need it. I have cauliflower and this mushroom fire vegetable mix that I'm going to also incorporate in our gravy for more fiber, for just a little healthier gravy, as well as some lentils, which is going to help it not only give us more fiber but also thicken the gravy. Additionally, I have an onion that we use as a topper or garnish for our dish. That'll just add a little extra flavor to it. So we're gonna begin first by cutting our French fries. So like I said, I'm gonna begin by cutting my French fries. So now I'm gonna start cutting our French fries. I'm gonna go for a little thinner fries. You can cut it into steak fries, a little thicker if you want. Or if you have a mandolin, that'll be a lot easier, but I'm gonna cut it by hand using a knife. We're gonna cut it to about that thick for me. Here, and that size is what I'm looking for. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just throw this in a pot of water or a bowl of water so we can remove the starch. Yeah. So now that we got that all cut, I got that all in my pot. You can see that's very murky. So we're gonna wash our potatoes until the water gets a little more clear, and then we're gonna soak it in water mixed with salt. Okay, now that we got our fries soaking in our cold salt water, we're gonna leave it for at least 15 minutes. It's the longer, the better. Usually around 30 minutes to an hour would be best, but I'm working on a time crunch, so I'm gonna leave it for 15 minutes and then we're gonna take it out and dry it. But while that's soaking, I'm gonna cut my onion, my garnish for the dish that we're gonna fry this later and then garnish our dish with it. I'm gonna cut it and set it aside. Just gonna cut it in rings. then I'm gonna set it aside so we'll cook it later when we do our burgers. So we're gonna start on our gravy. I'm gonna, to my saucepan here, I'm gonna put about a teaspoon of avocado oil, as well as about a quarter stick of butter. In addition to that, I'm gonna put half a cup of my fire-roasted vegetables, especially making sure I get some of my mushrooms in there. That gives it a really good flavor. And I'm also gonna put in actually that's a half cup, and I'm actually gonna put in another half cup of cauliflower rice, frozen rice cauliflower. And we're just going to cook that for probably about 2 minutes, and we're gonna add water to that. Actually, we're gonna make a little bit more gravy, so instead of half a cup, I'm gonna add a full cup of rice cauliflower and a full cup of our fire roasted vegetables. Okay, now to a pot, I'm going to add our water. I'm gonna add about 3 cups of water to this. Then I'm going to take some of our Montreal seasoning and add it to our gravy as well. Maybe about a teaspoon. I'm just going to cover it and let it come to a slight simmer. Right, now that it's up to a simmer, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of our Better Than Bouillon beef bouillon. More. Then make sure it's all off of our spoon. And then to this, I'm also going to add a quarter cup of lentils. And we're just going to cook those lentils. You're going to cook everything until everything becomes nice and tender. So I'm going to cover it slightly and let it cook until everything's nice and tender. All right, now that our fries has been soaking for at least 15 minutes, I spread it out on a sheet pan over paper towels so I can dry it, and I'm going to put paper towels over this so we can dry it more to take out as much water as possible. Okay, and now that I've gotten most of the water off of the surface of my fries, I will begin frying. I'm going to fry it about medium-high heat. My oil is already up to temperature. And I got a plate here to remove my fries once they're done, and I'm going to salt them. And I'm set it in a warmer so they don't go cold. Making your fries, you want to be able to have the fries spread out and not crowd too much. So don't put too much in at once. We're gonna cook it until golden brown. Okay, our first batch of fries are done, so we're gonna move it. Make sure we shake off as much oil as we can. Put it on a paper towel to drain off the oil. Between each batches, as I take it out, I like to give it the oil a minute to heat up a little bit more, especially if you have electric range like I do. It takes a while for it to heat. So as it heats back up, you just give it about a minute to heat back up, and you can throw in your next batch. And as you take it out, you still want a little bit of oil on top of your fries while you season it with salt. So while it heats back up, I'm going to hit mine with a little bit of salt here. Okay. All right. Now that it's been about 45 seconds to about a minute, I'm going to throw in my next batch. Oh, not the close-up. I didn't get a close-up. Make sure the rest is in there. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I fried it in oil. I want it a little bit more crispier. I want my fries a little crispier, so I'm gonna put it into my air fryer to crisp it up. Okay, now after about 20-25 minutes, you can see my lentils has significantly got tender and it's practically mush. And you can see my water level went down, so I'm going to add another cup of water to it. Then I'm going to hit it with my immersion blender. Okay, now I'm going to blend everything in as smooth as possible with our immersion blender. Alright, after I hit with the immersion blender, everything goes blending smoothly. It looks like perfect ground gravy, no veggies, can hardly ever see it. You can see the lentils thickened up the gravy pretty well. So I'm not going to add cornstarch. I'm just going to boil it down just a little bit more to get it a little thicker. But at this point, you want to taste it. The salt and pepper is enough for me. The seasoning is enough for us. So I'm just going to leave it as is. Boil it down just a little bit more to thicken it up. And this is our gravy. Our gravy is done. Okay, our onions are looking good. When they're kind of starting to look like this, I'm just going to push the onions off here to the side on the cooler part so that they stay nice and warm. Here. So make sure, you want to make doubly sure that your meat is cooked all the way through, especially if you're buying store-bought frozen hamburgers. Alright, I'm just moving off the ones that are done to the side. Let's take one here. Almost done. everything is cooked because of the frozen nature of it. Want to make sure the center gets cooked. Okay, now all our burgers are done. We are ready to plate. So now that everything's done, we're ready to plate. I already have half my bowl with rice on it. I am going to put my patties here in between. I'm gonna put some of my onions there. Right on top of my rice and my patties. Get my French fries here on the other side. Then top it all off with our veggie brown gravy. All right, this is our version of our hamburger steak with our veggie packed gravy with French fries. So, what do you think?
Abba.